It's not formation based. This is matchup. So you had Marlon there against DK on the 12-yard catch, and I'm going to have Marlon against DK. Excuse me, on 3 plays on the first drive, and the first one is a big one, right? 52 yards. It's a laser for me. This is an absolute laser that they throw. I don't know that it could be really thrown any better. We're playing man free. I think it's Washington running across the field. Big specimen, all of those things, impressive athlete. But for me, I'm looking at this matchup, Hamilton versus Washington, and that's an absolute washout in our favor from a coverage standpoint. Like, that guy is not going to get open against Kyle Hamilton at all. There's a part of me that almost thinks, do we really need to waste Kyle Hamilton covering him? Because I just don't think that he could get open against that guy. And you kind of see evidence of, Washington trying to push off here. He's getting it done right now, trying to push off in the middle of the field. But there's Gilman as the deep safety. And Rodgers knows where he's going with this football. There's a push off, man. Like, the NFL needs to be consistent about this. I don't think we're being homers. The film is very staccato here, so sorry about that.
You don't get that kind of separation at the last minute without pushing off.
Yeah, Marlon's in good. I think Marlon's in a good place.
He is.
Throughout most of this route, Marlon is right there with him. Push off occurs pretty much after here. I screen record this a lot of times, so maybe that's why, but I think you can see how Marlon's posture breaks. That is not how you run. Mm-hmm. Your body doesn't move like that when you're running forward. I don't know. I don't know what there is to say about the inconsistency with which that particular style of finish or style of play of getting open is officiated. It seems radically different from a week-by-week basis.
Mm-hmm. Does it look to you like Gilman freezes on that cross? I don't know if he gets over in time to help. I'm not crazy about his alignment here with DK one-on-one. I mean, I know we've got 3 to that side, but it looks to me like he kind of comes down a little bit or hesitates with that cross when maybe he could have got over there to get, I don't know. It's a perfect throw, so it's tough. But
It is. I think back on Wink, even his not 2021, but 19 and 20, watching him, when we would get bunch back then under Wink, we're playing man. We're just telling you, okay, you're going to go bunch. We're playing man, and let's see who's better. But he would take this free safety, and instead of his feet being here, his feet were over here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's too talented.
And it was, and that's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning here was Hamilton's going to wipe that out. That's not a matchup that they're going to win, in my opinion. I think we've got requisite talent here to cover the other 2 guys. So to your point, maybe if we want to be really picky, to your point, maybe we could be hedged over a little bit further. It's a perfect throw, though, by Rodgers. He puts it in a great spot. And, even if Gilman is over here near the top of the numbers, is he going to be able to get there? It's quite possible, he won't. I wouldn't say Gilman is the fastest guy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem like the fastest guy out there to me. He is there.
It's interesting, too. You see Rodgers with that little toss, that little faux toss.
Fake. Yeah.
Yeah, that, of course, that pulls people downhill. But he turns his entire shoulders around to make this throw.
Yeah. And then flips back.
Yeah.
He's got ridiculous arm strength and talent. I mean, it's his boy, and he looked good against us. But the frustrating thing about this year is that who knows, he could go into this week and they could go back into a shell again offensively and get nothing done. So this is a 3rd and 1 on that same first possession. I think Marlon was in a good spot there, a good place, a good location against DK, and the arm length and strength of DK to be able to push him off, but not do so in an obvious manner, I guess, is what helps it not be called. So give him credit for that. Man, little play fake here, but there's no mesh between Andrews and the running back. Between Rodgers and the running back at all. You can just see the running back is veering downhill. And Rodgers knows where he's going with the football, but to your point, like the body positioning for Rodgers, I mean, look It's just the hip is facing, up here.
Yeah.
But watch where the ball ends up. Someone in our Ravens Discord, I think it was Frank, said at some point in the second quarter, like, we just need to get a pick. I was like, well, yeah, we do. That'd be great. But like where this guy's putting the football,
That's nuts.
it doesn't seem like that's very likely to happen. This is a great play by Marlon, man.
Yeah.
I think Marlon played him well on this first possession.
No question. I mean, he's solo here for sure. Like for both of these plays, and I think he's playing both of them well. I think the tendency is for fans to say, well, Marlon's getting losing a step or he's not playing well. These two plays, this is an exceptional cornerback play, and you can see Rodgers' reaction here. He knows he's got the throw. I mean, he's not open, but he knows exactly where he puts the ball, and he puts it there, and it's in his hands, and you can see the frustration with Rodgers at the end of it.
Yeah, I get the sense that Rodgers is definitely frustrated with their offensive structure, their talent, and even leading up to this game, the two games that I watched of their offense, you could definitely see situations where Rodgers saw something and was throwing it to a certain spot, and the receiver wasn't able to adjust mentally and recognize it. It seems to me like he's a really experienced guitar player who's stuck with a lower level group, from a recognition and awareness standpoint, obviously. I thought this was a really nice play. And then the third one that I'll show, that was a 3rd and 1, by the way. The very next play was the, tight end sneak, whatever people want to call it. It was, nowadays they call it tush push. It's what bothers me about people who only watch the NFL. It's like whatever new name is thrown out there. Hey, dude, this has been around for forever. The only thing was you weren't allowed to push, so I get it. So this is after the conversion on the tush push. And it's a 1st and goal. One more time, it's going to be DK against Marlon. I feel like we're doing a pretty good job on all 3 of these routes. So a lot of physicality here. It's a fake sweep to the guy in motion. So the running back, Gainwell, is stepping, and they're making it look like they're going to give the ball to – this is Jonnu Smith that used to play for the Titans. He actually had a touchdown against us in the playoff game.
Right.
In the upset, obviously, in the divisional round after the 2019 season. So they're making it look like, a sweep. And again, you got the same dynamic, except Rodgers turns over the other shoulder, as opposed to the first play where he kind of opened back up clockwise. Now he's going counterclockwise, if you will. And Marlon and DK are in a fight once again. DK kind of shoves him off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marlon tries to stay connected to him. And then you can see Marlon's like, I'm not going to commit pass interference here. I'm just going to raise my arms up. No awareness of where the ball is. I'll give you the end zone angle, I guess. But I think he's playing him well on this first possession, even though DK had big numbers for the day. I think 7 catches on 14 targets. Maybe it was 13, but not very efficient. You can see the running back faking like he's going to lead for Smith, who's, opening the arms up. Rodgers turns counterclockwise, back out to his right. These two guys are battling. DK had just kind of shrugged off Marlon, and we get some pressure from Travis Jones. I think you've almost got DK pushing his arm off again right there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're just hand fighting. And then Rodgers puts it in a place. The thing I do like about this is he puts it in a place where only his guy no one can get it. The reality is no one can get it. But Marlon's not going to make a play on that ball.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the last 2 weeks, Burrow and you actually talked about one on this show last week, Burrow and Rodgers, they're putting the ball in spots where only their guy can make a play on it generally. You talked about one last week where Burrow was kind of moving out into the right. I think it was from the opposite angle. I think he had broken a sack and he threw the ball. I believe it ended up incomplete, but it was still an amazing throw.
Mm-hmm. Are all 3 of these from the first
possession?
Wow. Yeah. Really good corner play.